Let's do it, as Chad would say.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, it's 7:30 on this Wednesday night. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we're talking about movies, podcasts, Christmas gifts, and nights out at the bar. Those are four of my favorite things, as it were. But it doesn't matter what I think. I want to know what you think, and I need you guys to join the show and give me your opinion. So let's talk about how you do it. Since we're streaming, there are a lot of different ways. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll read those coming up in just a little bit. If you're watching on Fox Local, on the Fox Local app, on your connected TV, you can make it a two-screen experience. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code, and get your hot takes ready. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, Fox Local on your phone, so basically any mobile version of the show, and you can't scan the QR code, I posted a link on my Instagram. It's pinned to the top of my profile, Fox 5 Producer Chris. That's where you can find it. It's also in our broadcast channel on Fox 5's Instagram. So we'll check in with all of our virtual co-hosts coming up in just a second. First, though, we have to say hello to my in-studio one. Please welcome back our amusement park and travel buddy, Ryan Lynch.
I just did the typewriter in.
Yes, you did. I noticed that. It's too bad we don't have like a music bank.
I know.
That we're able to play.
That'd be nice. I would like that. Last time I did the $5 million man. But I was trying to do something different.
You keep us guessing, Sarah. Ryan,
I try.
You're our amusement park and travel buddy,
yes.
So tell us about some of your recent adventures, and then we're going to talk a lot more in depth at 9 o'clock
Okay,
tonight.
so recently Disney had me come down. I did the Jollywood Nights party, which was fantastic. It's Disney Hollywood glam with Christmas, okay? It's great. All right, I also did Festival of the Holidays at Epcot. Oh, that's a lot of fun. They have a cookie stroll. We'll talk about that later, okay? Could get a lot of people into trouble.
Love it.
I went over to Universal. I did the Macy's parade.
Okay.
So if you can't go to New York City, if you don't want to be up there for Thanksgiving, just go to Universal, okay? And then lastly, Carowinds. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. I know that's a new concept, but hey, we can all travel, right? You know?
I had no idea there was an amusement park.
Oh, it's right in Charlotte. Like literally, you can see Fury 325, and that's scary.
Okay.
Yeah, very scary.
Well, there we go. There's some of your options if
Yes.
you've got a holiday getaway on the way. In the meantime, though, you ready to dive into it tonight?
I am so ready.
All right, let's do it. And first up, we are talking about the Oscars this evening, because the Academy Awards, as you know, are Hollywood's biggest night. We're talking glitz, we're talking glamour, we're talking about a night dedicated to movies and filmmaking, and soon it will be easier than ever to watch it on your phone on the toilet, because the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences announced today the ceremony will stream on YouTube beginning in 2029. YouTube will acquire the rights through the year 2033. The Oscars have aired on ABC for 50 years, so some people were a little surprised that Disney Plus didn't pick up the rights. Instead, the nominations, red carpet coverage, the ceremony itself, the Governor's Awards will all belong to YouTube's parent company, Google. Obviously, not the only award ceremony to switch to streaming, but it's the first of the big four, aka the Oscars, Grammys, Emmys, and Tonys, to completely give up on broadcast. Now, this could be one of the reasons why YouTube boasts approximately 2 billion viewers worldwide. So Ryan, watching the Oscars live on YouTube, them deciding to go streaming only, do you like this or not?
I mean, the man on his toilet likes this, right?
Yeah,
you know, I would have
totally
said gym. You know, I would have said at the gym, but you chose toilet, okay?
Because I know how people watch.
Okay, on the toilet.
On the toilet.
So the man on the toilet can get excited when Leo wins, right?
Well, yeah. Well, that's going to be this year, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you think this? I mean, obviously, streaming is the way of the future.
Totally
We
good.
talked about yesterday how
good.
Instagram is now bringing Reels to TV.
Yes.
They're experimenting with the Amazon Fire Stick. Allison, do you like the idea of going streaming only for our award shows?
Not streaming only. And again, I see what they're trying to do. It looks like they're trying to get more viewers. But if you think about it, the people that use streaming the most is the younger crowd. And the older ones are the ones that like to use, watch the networks, because that's what they're used to. So I think they're kind of missing the mark with that, because you want to attract the older ones, not the younger ones. There's not a lot of young people that are going to watch the Oscars.
I do agree with you on that take, which is why I think they're leaning so heavily into the streaming, trying to meet viewers where they are, the ones who have cut the cord and the ones who don't have the traditional broadcast channels. Melissa, do you think they need to modify the format in addition to how we actually watch it?
Yes, they do. They do need to modify it. I think this is a great idea for people like who are on the road and things like that, older people like me. However, you see what happens whenever something big comes on TV. What happens? It crashes. We have to, wait till it reloads or what have you. And it has its pros and its cons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. Oh, Maria, I don't know if you're a movie fan, but I know that you do red carpet interviews every now and then, and I know you are active on YouTube. So do you like the idea of this switch?
I absolutely do. And additionally, from a marketing perspective and digital media perspective, YouTube is the universe that has the digital universe that has all the demographics. You got TikTok that has the 13 to 17. You got Facebook with 50 and up. Kinda Instagram is like a middle ground, but YouTube is everyone. Yeah. And so I see it's a brilliant idea. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant idea, and I love it. I don't have a television. I don't intend to, but YouTube is accessible everywhere. You don't need a membership. You don't need to sign in. So I love it. I really do.
Okay. And Chad, what do you think?
Well, much like late night TV and Saturday Night Live, this just all seems old-fashioned, and nobody seems to like. I don't like award shows like at all. I stopped watching that. I couldn't even watch Saturday Night Live last weekend. It was so bad. So it's a dying thing. It's just I guess YouTube. I like the fact they're going to YouTube, but I don't like any of it really.
Yeah, and that kind of plays into what I think too, which is I feel like so many people digest things like this, like award shows, whether it's the Oscars, whether it's the MTV VMAs, on social media the next day. They're just looking for the 5-minute highlights, not the 3.5-hour broadcast. So I am a little surprised, but at the same time, I'm not. However, much like we talked about last night with the Instagram Reels coming to TV, most people, and maybe it's not most people, maybe it's just me, but hopefully it's a lot of you watching out there this show right now. It's a 2-screen experience. You're watching on TV at the same time you're on your phone. So if YouTube is making the jump to your TV, what are you doing on your phone at the same time?
ADHD.
Yeah. So what are you?
You're scrolling.
I said the one thing that I would really like, and I think would be really interesting, is if they had like a simulcast, like the Manning cast.
Okay, cool.
Where Mystery Science 3000 theater style, we could sit there and talk over it at the same time, and you could watch us do that.
Yeah, you could roast them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
This speech is going on way too long. Why are you spending this long on this topic?
Yeah.
Who gives a, about, anyway, that's just me. Speaking of streaming, let's talk about Netflix now, the king of streaming, one of the kings of streaming. They announced today they're expanding their podcast catalog. The streaming giant reached a deal with iHeartMedia to become the exclusive video streamer of some of its biggest podcasts. You see Chelsea Handler right there. She's one of them, Dear Chelsea. Also Charlemagne the God, The Breakfast Club. That's going to be available as well. Those are just a few of the podcasts out of the 15 that will be added to Netflix's lineup. The shows will begin airing in 2026. This comes as Spotify is doing a similar deal. So Ryan, do you like Netflix taking over people's favorite podcast and being a source of watching the video version of the stream?
Well, no, I don't like to do the video podcast, particularly me. If I'm going to do a podcast, I like to do it while I'm driving somewhere. When I was coming back from Charlotte, I did throw on a podcast. So no, for me personally, no, but it's Netflix, man. They're going to buy everything. You're going to screw it down and they're going to take it anyway, you know?
That's fair. I mean, 100% agree with that. Allison, do you listen to podcasts? Do you watch video versions of podcasts? And do you like this being an option on Netflix as well?
All of that, and believe it or not, Chris, I've been working on my own podcast as well, so I do love this. But this is the thing with it. For me, Netflix has too much already. So I don't think we need another category on that. But on the flip side of that, for someone that has a popular podcast like The Breakfast Club, that would be a good way to easily find it and to see it right there on your TV. And it would also give them more viewers as well because it's advertised more on Netflix. So I'm on the fence with it.
Okay. I'm curious to see whether ones like The Breakfast Club that you can currently watch clips on Instagram and you can currently watch clips on YouTube, if that will stay the same or whether Netflix is going to kind of crack down on that so that you have to go to them. You have to be a Netflix subscriber.
I mean, think about Joe Rogan. I mean, Joe Rogan, so much of his stuff is clipped down on YouTube, but that doesn't take away any of the streaming power.
You still have to go and watch that.
It's like a little taste.
Sandra's back in the Lion Zoom room tonight. Sandra, welcome back, first and foremost. Second of all, are you a podcast fan? Do you watch them or just listen to them? And do you like the idea of now having Netflix as an option?
I kind of feel like Netflix is trying to take over everything. It's like now, I kind of like it that you can find a lot of things in one similar place instead of like jumping to and from like YouTube and this and having, I don't know, as many subscriptions as some folks do have. But I feel like Netflix is doing a little too much, even though I like the idea a little bit because I get to watch it. I usually don't ever get to, watch it on my regular time, So I think it's okay. I don't think the prices of Netflix is okay. I think they're going ridiculously out of hand. But I mean, I guess it would get the younger crowd into podcasts.
Yeah.
At my job, we started podcasting. So I was just like, maybe something interesting I could get into. But I think I'm on the fence as well with Allison.
First and foremost, Allison's going to have to keep us all posted on when that first episode's dropping, what the topics are, and where we can tune in. But I do think this really just speaks to kind of the changing nature of how people watch, what people are watching, and what they're interested in.
Yeah, I mean, the cord is cutting.
Oh, 100%. All right, guys, let's talk about some movies, more, and we're going to talk about Avatar because the wait is almost over for fans of the James Cameron franchise. The third chapter in the sci-fi series hits theaters this week. It has been 3 years since the last one. It's been more than 15 years since the first one. The next one is not due out until 2029. The fifth and final one is set to drop in 2031. Now, Ryan, we criticize shows like Stranger Things that take 5 years in between seasons. So the idea of 22 years of your life dedicated to a single franchise like this, and we're not even talking about like James Cameron or the actors. We're talking about from a fan perspective. Do you like that or not?
Well, I think the thing about it is you got to ask yourself, is he innovating? And on the first Avatar, he absolutely was. Like, nobody was into 3D movies, right? Along comes Avatar, and everybody is converting their film to 3D to make that extra box office revenue, right? That was brilliant. Now, when he went and did the mocap with the water on the second one, nobody had done that yet. So I think the big thing is going to be, what is the evolution of this third one? Early reviews have not been... I'm going to see it Friday. Are you going to see it?
No, I saw the first one maybe like 2 years ago for the first time.
The first time,
and then I didn't even watch the second one. The only thing I do like about this, and I was telling Jim this off screen, is that, I feel like it hasn't been since like I was a kid and Star Wars, well, I wasn't a kid, I was a teenager, I was in high school, but like when Star Wars Episode 1 came out, and I was like, oh man, they have this whole plan for what's going to happen, and I'm going to be this age when the third, I was like a senior in college when like the third one, well, and then there were like the post, whatever they were called, the sequels to the... Anyway, that's what I think is interesting and cool about it, because like that sort of appointment, like, oh my God, I can't wait, the Lord of the Rings, like that sort of a thing.
Building.
On the other hand, 22 years. I was 26 when the first one came out, and I'll be 40. What
did you
maybe
like
26
the first one?
years? 20? I don't know. Maria, are you an Avatar fan?
Not really. I believe
so.
I saw the first one, and like I shared, I think in a previous show, whenever there's like with music, whenever there's a return of something, a repeat or a revisiting, I'm just envisioning the very first experience or the very first one, and I'm like, why? What? I guess I like spontaneity. I'm like, why? What for? Make another movie. You're creative people, man. Create something else. So No, I don't like. I will not be watching.
All right.
With all due respect.
With all due respect, I mean, James Cameron, obviously, he's
billionaire.
He knows what he's doing. Let's put it that way. Melissa,
Yeah.
are you a fan of these? And are you a fan of dedicating 22 years of your life? Hey, now.
Oh, look at that.
Chug it.
Yeah. Took it off with her teeth. I love that.
Fear. I saw the first one, and after that, I was like, absolutely not. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not doing this. I didn't see the second one, and I didn't see the third one. However, when I was younger, I went to movie theaters and saw Star Wars, and then the other ones came out. But it was consistent. We didn't have to wait 5 years, 10 years, 13 years for another one to come out. Same thing with Freddy's Nightmare. You know, what is it? Friday the 13th and Jason and all these other movies that came out. They came out in a particular time, not waiting 5 years, 10 years after that. But I agree with Maria that after something comes out, return to this, return to that, I lose interest. The plot is not the same anymore. The characters are not the same. And I just lose interest. So no, absolutely not.
Well, it's a good thing that this is avatars
Yeah.
of these human actors because they're aging 22 years
Yes.
over the course of these as well. Chad, you're one of those I mean, you're a pop culture guy. I'll put it that way.
Look at the second Chad.
Not other Chad.
Other Chad.
Oh,
That's
not
you're
Chad.
welcome.
Is that
You're
Chad
welcome,
Ricciardo?
sir. You're welcome
There's
to
another
join
Chad.
in. But
There's
you don't
another
watch
Chad.
movies. You don't watch TV. So I know for a fact you don't
Second
give
Chad.
a
Is that my
crap
nemesis?
about
Yeah, no, we're best friends. All Chads stick together. We are
Whoa,
best
no.
friends here.
There's only room in your life for one Chad, Chris. Pick now.
I'm sorry.
It's like Highlander.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
Fives.
Chris,
Oh, no.
1977, I was
Thanks for
8 years old. 1977, I was 8 years old. My father took me to see Star Wars, and I was so excited I was a kid, and you had that excitement. I couldn't wait. I saw Star Wars 3 times before the second one came out. My dad took me to see Star Wars, and now I couldn't. I mean, I was younger. You had that excitement. Now at 56, I could care less. I really, not that I'm old and jaded, but a little bit maybe. But I saw the first Avatar. I liked it. I didn't see the second one, and I don't care about this one. I'm not going to see it probably. But I guess it's a youth. Like you're younger, you're so excited for this stuff. It's just now I don't care.
Not the same.
I'm more excited for like it or not, I guess.
Okay, all right.
See, all right, you're coming back. That other
that.
Chad,
Oh.
you're back. You're
Other
back in
Chad.
the good graces.
Number one
Thank you,
Chad.
sir. All right, guys, Christmas Eve is just a week away, which means you are down to like the final 7 shopping days. However, if you have not started yet, you might be in the, let's just say, giving cash or gift cards type of phase of the holiday shopping season. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, the new poll shows most adults say it's okay to receive cash as a holiday gift. 60% ranked cash or gift cards, quote, very acceptable.
Okay.
Younger adults even more likely to approve. If you are skipping the cash, though, and plan to just re-gift something, we talked about re-gifting earlier this week. 60% ranked re-gifting only somewhat acceptable. But Ryan, giving out cash or gift cards, do you like this or not?
I do, but I like to wrap things. So if I'm going to give cash or a gift card, I'm going to make it a process. I mean, we're talking like 10 different things wrapped
Are you
together.
going to make it look like
glued.
something else so the
Oh, of
person's still
course.
surprised
Yes.
when they open it?
I'm going to try to go find the most expensive gift I can, like a new Mac laptop for a $10 gift card.
Brutal. Brutal. Allison, do you like cash and gift cards as gifts, giving or getting?
Yes, absolutely. And because I have teenage grandchildren, and a lot of times that's what they ask for anyway, my grandson just told me today. And just similar to Ryan, like I like to add things to it. Like I might get some socks and some chapstick or something, just put it in a cute little box, make it look special. But yeah, people love it, so I'll give it to them.
Okay. Sandra, do you agree with Allison and Ryan?
I'm kind of on the fence here. For those people who are difficult to shop for, cash and cards, and gift cards would be something, that you can do for people who are, difficult to shop for. Me, on the other hand, like I said, I like the other young man said before me, I like doing all that process, even though I know that gift wrapping is not a talent that God gave me.
You and me
But,
both.
you know, it's not what God gave me. I'm telling you. I will cut. Everything will be perfect. Then all of a sudden, I get the arthritis in my hands, and then my hands start to hurting, and then I can't after that. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna put it in a bag, and I'm gonna just wrap it in the bag with the little tissue and stuff. That's it.
Yeah. A nice card holder envelope is always nice too.
Nice cold. Yeah. But again, it all depends on who you're shopping for and who are the people you're gifting.
Yeah.
So difficult ones, I think, giving them cash or a gift card or gift certificate to their favorite place or whatever, I think that's acceptable. But if you like doing it, if you like gift wrapping and putting things in tape and getting cuts and stuff on your fingers, then that's all great too.
Okay.
All right. Freddie, we're coming to
Okay,
you.
here we
Freddie,
go.
are you a
Freddie.
difficult person to shop for? Do you like gift cards and cash instead?
Well, I prefer, yes, I do. I like it. I just always like with cash. Gift cards are a bit more helpful too as well.
Yeah. I mean, because it means you get to buy what you truly want. And I don't think
Exactly. Just like I want to buy Target and whatever Target, GameStop, or any other gift cards like McDonald's or other foods, it helps.
Maybe records and rarities
I
instead.
like that.
All right, guys, keep the comments coming on all of the stories we have talked about so far. We'll check those coming up in just a minute. Coming up next, though, we're talking about why lectures and liquor are on the menu at some bars these days. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Wednesday night alongside Ryan Lynch from Records and Rarities and your adventure and travel buddy. We're going to be talking to him at 9 o'clock about all of his recent holiday getaways. So stay tuned for that after the president speaks. We'll have that in its entirety as well, depending on how long he goes.
Okay.
But let's move on with tonight's show. And we are talking about a trip to the bar now, because a lot of people go to grab a drink.
Sure.
I think that's fair to say. A lot of people go to a bar to hang out with their friends.
Sure.
A lot of people might go to a bar to watch sports. But now more and more people are apparently going to bars to learn. The LA Times recently wrote about the growing trend of academic lectures taking over bars. It's called the Lecture on Tap event series, and it turns neighborhood watering holes into makeshift classrooms. Attendees can hear thought-provoking talks from experts on a wide range of topics, everything from Taylor Swift's storytelling techniques to how AI technology can help detect cardiovascular disease. The best part, no grades. You're not getting tested or quizzed on anything. The only drawback, tickets can be hard to come by. Some of these things sell out in minutes. So Ryan, do you like the idea of a lecture on tap, going to a bar and learning a lesson from a PowerPoint slide or a college professor? Or
I think this would be more successful if it was like a hash bar, maybe.
Okay.
I think if it was an alcohol bar, the more you drink, the less you're gonna listen. You know, but I could be wrong. It seems like, you know, usually when you drink, you're more social. You don't want to just sit there and be quiet.
Can't be the class clown interrupting the lecture
Correct.
while you're
But
throwing
you know,
a few back.
I guess if it's more like Taylor Swift type of lectures, then
I can see how it appeals
trivia
to a certain demographic. But this also speaks to me about how everything has to be like themed or an event.
Oh yeah.
But I also think it's brilliant, and I'll tell you why in a second. But Maria, do you like this idea of learning new things while you're throwing back those shots of liquor?
I absolutely love it. I don't just like it, I love it. And funny enough, I was one of those who gave lectures at bars.
Really?
I used to give a lot of talks, and for us, it was called Theology on Tap.
Okay.
They used
And
to have
it's
theology.
been around for like 20, 25 years. And I'd speak to young adults who are drinking or drunk on how to live out their values in the workplace, or practical tips, the young adult starter pack to living out your young adult life fully.
Yeah.
So I used to give talks on Theology on Tap. And it was great. And it was free entrance.
Yeah.
No register. You just show up to the bar, get a drink, sit down, socializing 30 minutes with the speaker, and then I speak on the little bar stand, whatever it's called. The the platform.
That's amazing.
It was great. I love this.
I worked at an Irish pub here in Washington, D.C. ages ago, when we had a theology on tap, and the Archbishop of Washington used to come and speak. And admittedly, from a bartending/serving perspective, it wasn't the most successful nights we ever had in terms of tips, but we would have a great crowd in there. Melissa, do you like this idea as you throw one back yourself? Do you like learning?
Cheers to that. Cheers to that. I absolutely love it. And too bad, Meta canceled my my pages. So now I'm on TikTok with the same raw fitness. I used to advertise all kinds of stuff at the bar, and it is the best time ever. The more alcohol people consume, the better they are at participating.
I believe that.
From doing things that they would normally do at a conference or at a convention. So this is an awesome idea because I used to do it all the time. So hopefully now, starting up with TikTok, I'll be able to get those crowds again back in the bars and seeing things that I used to do.
All right, Chad, let's go into the Zoom room Chad, not that Chad over there. Zoom room Chad, do you like this idea?
Yeah, believe it or not, about a month ago, I was the guest speaker at the Bethesda Rotary Club, and I spoke about where to go in the DMV for live music. It was awesome. I had a captive audience, and I was like, me? You want me to speak? So I just said, it's one of those things where you just say yes to it, and then like, what am I supposed to be doing? And it was actually a really great experience, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. I think it's a good idea. Okay. I like it.
I'm shocked. I'm a little shocked that everyone is such a huge fan of this, but let me tell you why I think this is a brilliant idea. Because if you picture a Sunday night, a Tuesday night at a bar, not necessarily going to be a ton of people there. If you make it an event, it's the best thing you can do, because then you're putting the asses in the seats.
Why not
on a
pinatas,
night.
though? Pinatas
that's
could
not
be
the worst idea in the world either, but I don't know if you remember back in the day, there would be all these miracle pop-up bars, or there would be like these themed bars. They would do like Game of Thrones bars. There would be lines around the block on a night where generally no one was going otherwise.
Yes,
so
that's true.
Anything you can do like that, I think, is brilliant. All right, we're down to our final 2 minutes. I'm going to throw this story in real fast, and I'm going to rush right through it. We're talking about tiny cars, because they could be the wave of the future if the president has his way. He recently said that he wants U.S. manufacturers to bring back small cars like the ones found in Asia and Europe. He wants this to drive down the giant price tags now associated with new cars. You see this video of Car2Go that used to operate right here in Washington, D.C. with this fleet of smart cars. So Ryan, do you like the idea of bringing these mini cars to U.S. roads?
I went to high school in Germany. And Germany in the 90s was a smart car city. I mean, they even had like a little dispenser that they'd have on the side of the road with all the smart cars. Like you popped in a quarter.
Yeah, it was like a vending machine.
Yes, exactly. So do I like it? No, I don't like it at all. I think you can't haul much in it. I'd feel worried for my life because I drive on the highways. What about you?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I do like these, but my same rule is the same rule that I have for like robot taxis is either everyone needs to be in one or no one should be in one, because I don't want to be in that thing next to an 18-wheeler about
100%.
to not see me coming
Sure.
in any way, shape, or form. All right, we ran out of time. I appreciate everybody who joined us in the Lion Zoom room tonight. Just a reminder, it is Spirit Week here on Fox 5. No theme tonight or tomorrow, but Friday, everyone in their Christmas pajamas. That's going to be our theme. We'll see if I can find some to wear as well. We'll be back at 9 o'clock with the President's Address and Ryan. In the meantime, for producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Fox 5 at 8 with Tisha coming up next.